up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be doing the match analysis from the match yesterday between Real Mallorca and Barcelona, where Barcelona walked away with the 3 important points, but not in a very comfortable fashion. We're going to take a look at the stats from this match, analyze team's performance, analyze some players' individual performances, and also react to Xavi's post-match press conference reaction and the match reaction of 4 other players as well. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with a reminder of the starting lineup from last night. It was Ter Stegen in goal, a back 4 of Alejandro Balde, Christensen, Pique, and Jordi Alba, midfield 3 of Busquets, Gavi, and Kessie, with the front 3 of Ousmane Dembele, Lewandowski, and Ansu Fati. Now, Xavi did use only 4 out of 5 substitutions in this match, both of them being double changes. He brought on Pedri and Raphinha for Ansu Fati and Kessie, and then brought on Roberto and Ferran Torres for Ousmane Dembele and Jordi Alba. Let's now take a look at the front covers of the Catalan-based newspapers, where this morning there is nothing but praise for Robert Lewandowski, who of course scored the only goal for Barcelona in this match. Mundo Deportivo came out the headline saying that Lewandowski, which of course putting that name Lethal with the name in Lewandowski, and Sport did the same, but instead of Lethal they went with goal. They said Golandowski, of course highlighting his Golazo of a goal. Let's now take a look at Lewandowski's wonder goal, and of course the build up. The ball did start off with Christensen as the left center back, went out to Jordi Alba out wide, then found Ansu Fati, who did a nice little body feint, attracted 3 defenders to him, and made that space and found Lewandowski with a beautiful through ball. Lewandowski ran forward, saw the one in the box. He then chopped it back on a stronger right foot and went for an absolute curler in the bottom right hand corner. Let's now take a look at the full-time stats, where Barcelona firstly did dominate the possession with 72% compared to Mallorca's 28%. Again, Xavi always looks to have the possession in the region of 70%, and in this match it was achieved. But everywhere else, Real Mallorca did come toe-to-toe with Barcelona. They did have 13 shots in total this match compared to 11 from Barcelona, both having 3 on target. They had 7 off target, we had 6. They had 3 block shots, we had 2. Both had 5 corner kicks. They had 2 offsides, we had 1. We committed 13 fouls compared to their 9 fouls. We had 4 yellow cards compared to the 2 yellow cards. They had 1 big chance and they missed that 1 big chance. We had the 7 shots inside the box, they had 9. We had 4 outside the box, they also had 4. And goalkeeper saves, we had more. So if you take away the possession, it doesn't look like Real Mallorca are dominating this match so far. Then you get into passing. Barcelona completed 770 passes, well attempted 770 and completed 715, 90% pass accuracy in total, where Mallorca only attempted 283 passes but only completed 227, giving them an 80% pass accuracy. Now they did complete more long balls and crosses than Barcelona, and also more dribbles, and Barcelona lost the ball in this match 99 times compared to Real Mallorca's 97. We won more duels and aerial duels overall. They had more tackles than us, but we had more interceptions, but then they had more clearances. So you could say Mallorca, in the most important aspects of this match, shots, creation, passing, dribbling, clearances, they did go toe-to-toe with Barcelona. Let's now take a look at the SofaScore full-time player ratings. But I do feel like SofaScore did hit the mark on a lot of the ratings. Firstly, Ter Stegen got a 7.6, Balde got a 6.7, Pique 7.3, Christensen 7.4, Alba 7.1, Kessie 6.8, Busi 7.3, Gavi 7.4, Dembele getting a 7.0, which I felt like was, a bit over his mark. Lewandowski getting the highest rating in the team with 7.8. Ansu Fati 6.9. So overall, you could say 7s and 6s. That's pretty accurate to what we saw on the pitch. And then you have to look at the substitutions as well. Pedri got 6.6, Raphinha 6.3, Ferran Torres 6.7, and then Sergi Roberto off the bench getting a 7.0. Let's now take a look at some of the stats from this match. First, I want to take a look at Barcelona's average positioning for the players during the match. On the right hand side, we have the starting lineup. On the left hand side, we have the players who came on as substitutions. Of course, Pedri, Raphinha, Roberto, and Ferran Torres. Firstly, on the right hand side, we can see the fullbacks not as forward as they usually are. Jordi Alba and Alejandro Balde almost tucking in to the halfway line. We have Gavi playing almost as, a left attacking midfielder in this match. Busquets very deep, and also from Kessie basically playing as a center back, and we did see it in this match. He don't go forward too much. He's occupying a lot on the right hand side of the midfield, but if you look at the average positioning, he's more so playing almost just a little bit in front of Gerard Pique, almost forming a little bit of a back three with Pique coming in centrally and then Kessie dropping on the right. Then Balde the most forward on the right hand side, and also Lewandowski playing more as a left forward than he was a striker, because of course all the balls were coming in the left hand side. He wanted to go there and connect with the play as well. Now with the subs coming in, there is a bit of a change. Of course, Balde still there at right back with Roberto as well. When Roberto came on, Balde did go to left back, so consider that as well. And then you see Pedri, who of course came in as a direct replacement for Kessie and is still occupying the same position, almost as a right center back, playing just ahead of Gerard Pique. Raphinha very forward, but of course did not perform in the match that well. And then you have Ferran Torres again coming in as a left winger, but mainly playing as a second striker. We of course saw that against Elche, Real Sociedad. Every time Ferran Torres comes in, he's always tucking in very close to the number 9. If you take a look at the heat concentration during this match, the majority of the ball was spent in the middle of the pitch, 54%, and then 28% in Mallorca's half, and then 18% in Barcelona's half. And as you can also see, we did use the left hand side a lot during this match, but also the middle as well. Of course, Xavi did mention that. They say that, look, we do dominate the left hand side a lot, and even the commentators in the match said that, look, Barcelona always go down the left since, I'd say probably since 2014, it's always down the left, because of course it was Jordi Alba, Messi, and now Jordi Alba's still there. He's a more dominant fullback. His crossing and all that sort of stuff, and his attacking threat going forward always plays a contribution. Now, in terms of the passing network in this match, of course the main connection was between Gerard Pique and Andreas Christensen, with Pique completing the most passes in this match. The most threading passes were from Gavi, the most received passes were from Lewandowski, the most progressive passes were from Gerard Pique, the most half space passes came from Gavi, the most passes into the half space came from Jordi Alba, the most passes into zone 14, which of course the final third is from Gavi, and the most from our zone, from our 14, is from Busquets. So again, similar contribution to what you always expect, but a lot of the balls, if you look at all the arrows coming in to Busi, of course he's the player who conducts everything, bringing the ball from the defense to the midfield to the attack. That's why the pivot position for Barcelona is so pivotal. Now, of course, the main talking point of this match is Robert Lewandowski, and now Lewandowski is the fastest player to score 9 goals in La Liga in the 21st century, scoring his first 7 games in the competition with 18 shots on target. This man is definitely gonna win the Pichichi this year. I cannot see any other outcome. And also Ansu Fati with 2 assists and Lewandowski with 1 goal have now combined for more goals than any other duo in La Liga this season. Again, there is a clear connection between Lewandowski and Ansu Fati. The problem really is that Ansu Fati cannot stay fit at the moment. Hopefully now that will change. Played 16 minutes in this match. Hopefully over the next few weeks he can play a lot more with Robert Lewandowski. And this was a very big game for Marc Andre Ter Stegen, who has now gone 500 or over 534 minutes without conceding a goal. His previous record was, I believe, 500 or 499 under Ernesto Valverde, and now he has broken his record. And also Ter Stegen has now kept clean sheets in 3 consecutive La Liga away games for the first time in his career. No doubt Ter Stegen, I think, alongside Lewandowski, are the top 2 performers for Barcelona so far during this season. And also Pique reached a big milestone as well, becoming the Barcelona player with the most caps as a center back in La Liga for the club. He did pass Puyol with 393 games for Barcelona as a center back. And also leave in the comments down below how many partners in the center back you think Pique played with in La Liga. I was discussing this on the live stream yesterday. I think Pique has played with at least 40 or 50 center back partnerships at Barcelona. This is also a big match for Xavi, as now Xavi has not lost any of his last 18 La Liga away games as a Barcelona manager, with 13 wins and 5 draws, the best unbeaten beaten start away from home by a manager in the competition's history, surpassing Zinedine Zidane with Real Madrid in 2016, who played 17, had 13 wins and 4 draws. You can see on the right hand side all the teams we played there. That's no mean feat. Of course, Atletico Madrid is the big team there that is missing, but we went to Ramos Pizjuan twice, won there. Bernabeu, we went to very difficult stadiums, Anoeta, Benito Villamarin. It's not an easy run, and credit to Xavi and the team for achieving a very, very big La Liga milestone. And now Barcelona are running riot with the La Liga stats right now. Most goals, of course, coming from Lewandowski with 9. Most assists still, I think Alejandro Balde is tied with a few other players. And now the most clean sheet goes to Marc Andre Ter Stegen. And of course, we currently are top of the league as of recording this video, pending, of course, Real Madrid's game later on today. But Barcelona right now flying and dominating in La Liga. Let's now get into Xavi's post-match press conference reaction and the match reaction of 4 other players as well. Those 4 other players are Marc Andre Ter Stegen, Ansu Fati, Alejandro Balde, and captain Sergio Busquets. Let's now get and see what everyone had to say. First up is Alejandro Balde, who did play right back in this match for the first time in his career, did put in a shift and also played at left back at time during this match. Let's get and see what he had to say. He came out saying that, look, I'm very happy with the 3 points and a win at a difficult stadium. And then he was asked, of course, about playing at right back, saying that, look, I played this position for the first time today, but that's football. At the end of the day, we must prepare for everything as professionals. It's hard to get back to the normal rhythm after the international break, but today we did it. Personally, I'm happy with the level I'm playing at and hope to continue like this for the rest of the season. And that concluded Balde's post-match press conference reaction after the match against Real Mallorca. Next up is the captain, Sergio Busquets, who did play very well in this match. Of course, like we said, connecting the play from the defense to the midfield to the attack was very, very pivotal in our win. Let's now get and see what he had to say after the match. He came out saying that we wanted to score more, but it's always difficult to come back from the break and perform at the level that we did previously. They closed out the spaces very well. We knew their game plan and we want to expand the pitch. We are very happy with the 3 points and we're going to keep working. We have an incredible goalkeeper in Marc Andre Ter Stegen, and today he broke his personal record, and he always likes to show his quality. And that concluded Busquets' match reaction after the match against Real Mallorca. Next up is Ansu Fati, who did have a very busy international break trying to get back to full fitness, and in this match he did play around an hour. So let's get and see what he had to say. He came out saying, I want to thank the coach and everyone who's helping me. I will do everything in my power to help the team and the national team when I played. Not if, but when. We know the importance of today's victory because the match came after the international break and a win was crucial. The draw against Rayo Vallecano on the first match day motivated us to win and make our fans very, very happy. What words that is from Ansu Fati. He's very confident about getting back into the Spain national team, of course, if he continues performing at his current level. Let's hope he does so. And that concluded Ansu Fati's match reaction after the match against Real Mallorca. Next up is Marc Andre Ter Stegen, who without a doubt right now is the best goalkeeper in the world on current form. Let's get and see what he had to say. He came out saying that this victory will prepare us for the coming weeks. I always do what I can to save every shot. Of course, after he made that big save in the second half, then finally he was asked about breaking his record. So that, look, is important, but it's not as important as winning, but it gives me the confidence that I need, which of course he was lacking, you could say, over the past year or two. And that concluded Ter Stegen's match reaction after the match against Real Mallorca. Time now to get into Xavi's post-match press conference reaction. Of course, he's the manager. He sets up the teams and the tactics, and his opinion matters the most. So let's now get and see what he had to say. He came out saying that it was a really tough game facing 5 defenders and 4 midfielders. The 3 points are very important. Today we get another clean sheet. That's also important. Ter Stegen is very important for the team. A lot of important there. Ansu has been very good. I've seen him at 100% these past 2 weeks and has done very well. He has been extraordinary in training. Ansu has proposed to be important, and I'm convinced that he will be able to do so. Lewandowski is a player who gives you guaranteed. I'd argue he's the best goal scorer in the world at the moment. All of our players can be starters. We have a big squad and we will rotate. Everyone must be ready when their opportunity comes around. We did opt for Alejandro Balde right back today because it was more feasible. comfortable and more natural option. It was very good positional game for him. He was very good with the ball as well. And lastly, Xavi concluded off by saying that the defensive line was at a very good level today. Jordi Alba and Pique were very good, and the same goes for Andreas Christensen. And that concluded Xavi's post-match press conference reaction after the match against Real Mallorca. Let's now analyze some of the players' individual performances from this match. I've chosen 5 players to analyze. Those 5 players are Marc Andre Ter Stegen, Gerard Pique, Andreas Christensen, Pablo, Gavi, and Robert Lewandowski. First up is Marc Andre Ter Stegen, who did get a 7.6 SofaScore rating, and as told from his heat map, was of course playing in goal. In the match, he played 90 minutes, had 3 saves, with 2 of them coming inside the box, had 36 touches, 81% pass accuracy, but only misplaced 5 passes. Keep in mind, a lot of those are going to be, long balls to clear it. He did attempt 11 long balls in this match and completed 7 as well. Overall, he came up when we needed him. Those 2 big saves in the box were decisive in Barcelona collecting the 3 points, and I tell you what, this is the Ter Stegen I want to see week in, week out. We all know on form Ter Stegen is easily top 3 goalkeepers in the world, and without a doubt at the moment on form, no one comes close. 1 goal conceded in the league this season, and it was a dodgy deflection from Eric Garcia from Alexander Isaac, who's left Real Sociedad now, is at Newcastle. That is the only goal he's conceded so far in the league, of course 2 in the Champions League as well. So 3 overall this season, and I think 10 games or 9 games we played is absolutely, we did concede 1 against Victoria Pleasant, so 4 goals conceded in 9 games is absolutely ridiculous. But let's just now hope that Ter Stegen can continue this momentum. Next up is Andreas Christensen, who did get a 7.4 SofaScore rating, and as from his heat map, was playing as a left center back during this game. In the match, he did play 90 minutes, had 3 clearances, 1 interception, 1 tackle. He did the 3 ground duels and completed 2. He did the 3 aerial duels and won all 3. He only lost possession of the ball 7 times. He committed 1 foul and was fouled himself once. Had 119 touches, 94% pass accuracy, but only misplaced 7 passes. He attempted 4 long balls and only completed 2. I felt very safe in this match with Christensen. I did say this in my match review, of course, yesterday. He felt so comfortable, was passing so fluidly, using his pace a lot to outrun Mafio on the right wing back for Mallorca, giving back to Ter Stegen, creating space, always attracting fouls as well. For me, he was very, very solid in this match, and also is now contention of being a starter, even with Kounde and Araujo when they come back. This is now his opportunity to really put his stamp down as a center back starter for Barcelona, and so far, he's had a good start. Next up is Gerard Pique, who got a 7.3 SofaScore rating, and as from his heat map, was of course playing as a right center back. In the match, he played 90 minutes, had 5 clearances, he had 3 ground duels and completed none of them. He did 9 aerial duels and won 8, and that for me is why he started this match in my opinion. He lost possession 9 times, he committed 3 fouls, he had 131 touches, he also had a 93% pass accuracy, but only misplaced 8 passes. He did 10 long balls and completed 6. Look, I think Pique started this match, like I said from the beginning, for his height. The Mallorca striker is very tall. Lewandowski, not Lewandowski, Luke de Jong, Peter Crouch-esque kind of striker, and Pique was there to win those aerial duels. He attempted 9 and completed 8. That for me is a stroke of genius from Xavi. Of course, over the international break, Pique was getting slaughtered by the media, but Xavi does not care. What he cares about is who performs on the pitch, and for this match, Pique did very well. So watch out for other games when we play against tall strikers, because Pique could get the start in those matches. But overall, besides from his aerial threat in this match, Pique, he did perform very well at the back. Next up is Pablo Gavi, who got a 7.4 SofaScore rating, and as the top of his heat map, was of course playing on the left hand side of a midfield 3. In the match, he played 90 minutes, had 69 touches, 98% pass accuracy, only misplaced 1 pass throughout the entire game. He had 2 key passes, and he also completed both long balls that he had attempted. He had 1 shot off target, and he also completed 1 dribble that he attempted. He had 9 ground duels of 1-4. He attempted 2 aerial duels and won both. He lost possession 6 times. He committed 4 fouls, was fouled himself twice. He also had 1 block shot, 1 interception, and 1 tackle. I'm older than Gavi by a long shot, and this man is bossing the midfield at Barcelona at his age is ridiculous. His ceiling is up here. The question now is, can he reach that and be humble? Of course, with the renewal, we also have asked for a lot of money, but I don't want to get into that. This player is something unique. I said it before and I'll say it again. Every team in the world would take Gavi in their team. Whether you're Liverpool, Man City, Bayern, Juventus, PSG, if you went to every single big club and offered them Gavi for 40 million, 50 million, every single club would pay you in a heartbeat. This player is unique. What he offers on the pitch is something that's so different for every midfield profile like his. All I can say to him is just continue this momentum, because this is why Frankie de Jong is getting benched, because Frankie de Jong, despite the fact that he has a possibility of doing these numbers, he can't do it at the level of Gavi, the consistency, him doing it week in, week out. And of course, Frankie de Jong does it in other ways where Gavi is doing it in the sense that he's providing a lot of engine. He's like the heartbeat of this team in the sense that, you know, I think he ran, like 11 kilometers in this match as well. It's just ridiculous. He's such a special talent, and all I can say is that he just continues on, keeps his head held high, and he could be a Barcelona icon. And last but not the least is, of course, Robert Lewandowski, the goal scorer of this match, who got a 7.8 silver score rating, and as his heat map was playing as a striker, but was also occupying the pitch a lot down the left-hand side, which of course we did see in the average positioning at the beginning of the video. In the match, he played 90 minutes, had 1 goal, had 2 shots on target, 1 shot off target, 1 shot blocked. He had the 1 dribble and completed it. He also had 39 touches, 67% pass accuracy, which to be honest is not that great, but on paper it only misplaced 9 passes, but still, for the striker for Barcelona, you don't really want to see that too much. He had 6 ground duels and completed 5, 2 aerial duels and completed 1, lost position 12 times, he committed 1 foul, fouled himself twice, he was also offside once, and he also completed 2 tackles as well. Look, he was the job of a striker at Barcelona is very simple: to always be aware, and when you get the ball, create, and of course, score, which does a lot with Luis Suarez. A lot of time he'd be isolated from the game, he gets the ball in the box, turn, shoots, goal, Rabona, shoot, goal. Every time he kicks the ball, it goes in. That's why Suarez was loved, and that's why he always performed very well, because once he got the ball, he always created something. Same with Lewandowski, he gets the ball, does his magic, gets the ball, creates chances. Although in this match, it was more difficult for him, because of course, like Xavi said in the post-match press conference reaction, 5-4-1, it is very, very difficult to find some spaces, especially in a small pitch like Mallorca's, where Barcelona tried to play very out wide, try to open up their space. That's why we saw Ferran Kessie playing almost as a right center back, then Belly all the way on the right wing, as the fact they're holding the width very high. But again, under the circumstances that we played in right after international break, Lewandowski performed well, and of course was probably one of the 2 factors in Barcelona getting 3 points. So overall, final thoughts on the match against Mallorca for Barcelona. Look, it wasn't beautiful, it wasn't perfect, it wasn't even fantastic, it was borderline boring, but the 3 points and the clean sheet was secured. Like Alejandro Balde said, like Xavi said, like Busquets said, a game right after the international break is always difficult to get back in the rhythm of club football with your different players, traveling, all that sort of stuff, especially being away from home first as well is always difficult, but the team did manage it well. Of course, we did see the match stats that Mallorca did compete with Barcelona in terms of dribbles, passing, shooting, saves as well, but Barcelona came out on top, and that's the most important thing, because as we all know, currently in the La Liga table, as of recording this video and uploading it, Barcelona do sit top of the table on 19 points, where Real Madrid do play later on today against Osasuna, drop points, and Barcelona stay first. Even a draw for Real Madrid will keep Barcelona first, because we do have a higher goal difference by 7. Of course, Real Madrid 99% going to win the match, but it's always good to keep the pressure on them. Keep in mind that Clásico is 2 weeks away. We play Celta Vigo, I believe, this weekend coming up, and then Madrid's next weekend. We got 2 more games. Keep up the pace, and that Clásico will be even bigger than it already is. I think we will be separated by 1 point, and that could decide everything. I think a draw would, favor Barcelona a little bit, with it being away, of course, at the Santiago Bernabeu, and then, of course, the Camp Nou return leg. We all saw what happened last time at the Camp Nou return leg. I think it was 2-2 under Valverde, very big game, and then before that, it was Suarez with the title clinching goal, so to speak. So we'll see how it goes. Keep your eyes on Real Madrid later, but Barcelona could end off this La Liga weekend top of the table. But again, in this match, Barcelona's main objective was to get the 3 points, keep a clean sheet if possible, and continue the momentum, and the objective without a shadow of a doubt was completed. So that was our match analysis from Real Mallorca versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want to know is your thoughts on the performances, the stats, the players' individual performances, and also the thoughts on Barcelona players like Ter Stegen, Busquets, Alejandro Balde, and Ansu Fati, who spoke after the match, and Xavi's match reaction as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.